All right, testing, testing. Hope everyone can hear me. Make sure I have this on. Hey, right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our morning note. It is September 16th on a Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining me. G.A.R Capital YouTube channel is where you have it locked in. Make sure to click the bottom right hand of your screen, the little square there, the white square. Like and subscribe to our videos. Really do appreciate it. And make sure to turn on notifications so you don't miss any great new videos. If you were on the morning note yesterday, you watched our Tesla call, the 500 calls. If you caught that, bravo, bravo, congratulations. I went ahead and took my Tesla call for about 65%. Very nice. I played some Apple yesterday with our members before the conference. We were green, and I guess it disappointed because we didn't have any phone news. That'll be coming out next month, but we're chilling right on the 50. So I'm gonna go ahead and go over that and some of the things I'm watching on my watch list. So if you want to go ahead and get a pen and pad, I know I got a lot of positive feedback on that Tesla call. If you guys want more analysis of stocks, feel free to just type it in the chat box right after my monologue, and we'll go ahead and I'll help you and assist you as much as I can with it. If you like those kind of calls, like a Tesla play, if you like those kind of trades, make sure to join our Signal group. The basic of it is that you have the basic group, which is just signals, guys. You just get the entry signal. Everything else is up to you, and that's it. And that's $100 a month. Then you have the premium group, which is $200 a month. That includes entry and exit points when we get out, plus a weekly video to go over everything together. And they both do come with the Discord Signal group where you actually get all the information on Discord. We have a Discord Signals channel with no chat, no nothing, no fluff, has everything there. So feel free to use that. You can sign up on GARCapitalFX.com. The chat room, it gets to the point that it gets too full, so you may get in, you may not get in. It just depends. But I think we have a couple of slots open for the chat room, so we should be okay. And then, of course, we have Masterclass, where I speak to the Masterclass students personally on the chat room. I do not speak as much on the premium or the basic, mostly on the Masterclass and also the investment club. That's where I spend most of my time on during the day. So again, I answer questions directly from our students and our investment club. Investment club members did ask me today about NVIDIA. So I went ahead and placed an actual alert on NVIDIA today. And again, at support level, they were asking me if it was a good time to buy. I had a lot of questions regarding Snowflake, which I will go over here in a second. But first, let's go ahead and go over the current state of affairs in the market. Let's talk about it. Dow futures up 105 points, 2813 right now. Nasdaq futures up 0.15%, 11466 off the highs, and S&P futures up 14 right now, 3409 above that 3000 level, 3400 level. Pretty nice. Russell 2000 futures are up and outperforming 0.53%. We played IWM early this week, caught that for some money. Crude oil up 2.35%. Right at 39.18, 40 level would be something I'm watching. Bitcoin futures up 1%, flirting with that 11,000 level. Gold is up 0.5%. Keep an eye on gold. I'll be going over that here in a second. 1977. Silver futures 0.31% to the upside, 27.55 an ounce. Euro dollar 118.55, up about 8 pips. Dollar yen is down about 59 pips, 104.86. And the dollar index is down slightly, about 0.19% at 92.87 on the index. And the VIX is down about nearly 1% ahead of the Fed. So let's kind of go over. Oh, okay, so I just got some news. Spotify falls pre-market amid Amazon Music's podcast launch. So Amazon is basically taking over everything. I own some Spotify, but Amazon is a bigger part of my portfolio, so I'm okay with that. All right, so let's go ahead. And first thing I want to kind of go over here is E-mini futures. My favorite. I do watch this constantly. Good thing here is that we're above the 200-day. Again, great news. Again, that could be a change of trend. You could see here if I can go ahead and place a trend line together with you. These are very important to do once in a while, the trend lines, good old trend lines, and you could kind of set up a trend line how you want. If I wanted to set up a trend line to kind of match the peaks of the actual bounces or the falls, you could see kind of to the point that we did break here, that we break, and we finally kind of got out of that level, which is very nice to see. And you could see if I put another trend line here, kind of close to it, you could see just a continuation to the upside. So again, nice bullish breakout of the falling trend line. I do like to see that. And I think while I was reading an article on Bloomberg about Kovacic, I kind of mispronounced his name. He's from JP Morgan Chase, and he's an analyst of the macroeconomic situation in the markets. And he says that the worst is over in tech stocks. And I said that yesterday. So he may have been a follower of the morning note. Maybe, you never know. But again, I do believe that the worst is over. If you bought stocks at the dip, congratulations. If you have not, no worries, you will get some opportunities because we're not going to get a straight shot up. We're going to get some other volatility as we get closer to the election. At the end of the month, we will have our first debate. After that debate, I will be doing the podcast on politics, the presidential election, and your money. Again, a unbiased weed through the sewage of BS and media crap to give you the correct information on what the election means and your money. I will go over the budget, the taxes, and the impact it is on the markets with you. I also posted something yesterday on Instagram regarding presidential office holders and their Dow returns. If you looked at it, three Republicans had triple digit growth, three Democrats had triple digit growth. So I know people like to say that Republicans are the best for the market. That is not exactly true because it doesn't matter who's in the power because it could be both ways. So that I'll be going over the podcast. I will post it on YouTube as well. I'm in between either doing it as a video or just as a podcast. Your call. Up to you guys. If you want to see a video of me talking about politics with a couple of things on YouTube, fine. If you want to just hear my voice, let me know in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to do it. Just hashtag podcast if you like, or hashtag politics podcast, whatever. Okay, so we looked at MES again, some nice bullish moves. We know that we have the Fed today, 2 p.m. is the rate decision, FOMC. And with that being said, don't expect any fireworks in regards to that. They're not going to raise rates. They're not going to lower rates. They're going to keep things as is. So what does that impact on the market? Looking at this, I looked at one thing today was that retail sales missed 0.6% versus 1%. What that tells me is that without stimulus, we don't have a lot of retail sales growth. That's not a good thing. I guess the fact that we're depending on the government is not a good thing, obviously. But again, with COVID, bars and restaurants are still kind of halfway closed. We're still kind of reopening phase. Travel is still pretty low. The fact that people are still spending money is a nice thing. I like the fact that it's positive. It doesn't meet expectations. Fine, I can live with that. But again, we do we do need a stimulus, but I think Washington is basically thinking that the stock market's up, so I guess stimulus is not needed. There's no sense of urgency. Um, if we had a stimulus, that'd be great. Again, it's a lot more spending. The dollar will get weakened. So again, if you are the type of person that you think stimulus will pass, you think the Fed will be more dovish, and so on and so forth, that we're just going to continue this spend, spend, spend mentality, print, 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 then you kind of want to be in gold. And again, I do have gold in my portfolio, and I do own some gold as well. So if you want to take a look at gold, we can together. GLD, there's a level I have here, so feel free to take a look at it. 185.64. I like that level here. If we break that, I would want to go ahead and get into the 187s. 187s would be my high. 186.50s or 186 there is fine because GLD is not a volatile name. GLD is the gold ETF. So break 185.64. That'd be the 100% retracement on the daily. I believe I had that. That's my previous retracement on the daily. And again, we broke above that anyways. So you could see that'd be a nice little break of that chop here since the beginning of August, which was the stock market boom of the tail end of the summer stock market boom, a recovery phase. So again, take a look at GLD. Write that down in your notepad. 185.64. I'm really watching that level, especially with the Fed. So again, could be very interesting. Now, of course, if we look at GLD, we got to look at silver. Silver is less defined. Now, again, I'm looking at it here. Right off the rip, I could be looking at 25.73, 25.75. We'll go and put 25.75. Break that, then we can start looking at this level here around 26.50, 26 and a quarter, 26. Again, a little closer to the money, just be a little more conservative. Again, I like GLD a little more on the chart, so I probably would skip SLV. I wouldn't want to double down here. So GLD is definitely on my watch list, but I push the alert. You can place as many alerts as you want on TOS or your broker. No harm, no foul. That's what we're looking at. QQQ. I had one of my students ask me about that today. We did break above my level this morning, but we did fall with retail sales numbers. 280.78 is still on my board. If we break that, then I would want to take a look at some 282s, 283s, mind you. I don't know if I want to get to 284s. Again, the higher you go away from OTM, outside the money, the more likely to get a higher rate of return quicker. But again, it can work against you with time decay. So again, kind of look at it that way. Determine your risk reward. I like to go by best volume. That's just me. 280.78 with that level break should be nice. Then with that, you could probably play the 282s. Maybe for next week, give yourself a little time ahead of the Fed or after the Fed. That'd be the most prudent thing to do. If you want to do this week, just be prepared. That's a little more of a risk. Again, I want to keep an eye on next week's instead. I do have some Apple calls. The 120s had amazing volume. Again, a little bit of a flush here due to the, I guess, disappointment of the Apple Watch and the iPad announcement. iOS, the new one, is coming out this tonight. I'll be upgrading that one. We're chilling right at the 50-day. We had some price upgrades, which I expected, but the price action is very muted. And you can see that we're basically down about a good 80 cents currently right now. So one thing I want to look at is a break above this level here of 116.90. If we break that, that'd be a really good sign because it would follow this trend line. If we do break below the 50, I have to go ahead and pull the ripcord, maybe around 114. If you break below 114, I might have to just close this trade and then just move on. But again, Apple has just been treading water. Again, great push up, then broke the trend, but it's still at the 50. That's what I'm holding on to here, the 50. Again, maybe we get some kind of Fed news. Maybe Apple gets a couple of bids at the open where people see the services revenue is going to be increased with the Fitness Plus and the watch and everything like that, and the Apple One bundle. Again, if traders are looking at that, seeing the cash flow aspect instead of keeping the eye on the phone aspect, then I think Apple will get that bounce. Apple has been good to us before, and I've seen it happen before. So let's keep an eye. Keep in mind, the Fed is at 2 p.m. today. One last thing I know everyone's going to ask me right now, I haven't even looked at the questions, is Snowflake. That's SNOW. Now, Snow is not available yet. Just keep in mind, you cannot buy pre-market. You can't buy it yet until it is open. My thing with you guys, if you get into Snow, I would just wait. Wait. Again, unless it's an absolute day trade where you just want to get in and get out same day, or get in, get out the next day, fine. As an investment, I would just wait. I really don't have much info on the company yet. The last time I bought an IPO same day, I got ripped with Lyft. So I'm not going to do that again. Even though I still own the stock. I still like Lyft long term anyways, but it's one of my poorest performers in my portfolio. But neither here nor there. If you like Snowflake because Buffett's in it and because CRM, which is Salesforce.com, has a stake in it, fine. If you love their business model, fine. You love their future revenue growth, fine. Just give yourself a little bit. Don't get in a rush to jump in it right away, guys. If you're a long-term investor, it doesn't matter what it does same week or same day. You're going to be holding on to it anyway. So even if it goes up 10% or goes down 10%, you're going to own it. So I'd rather you get the right price. Let's kind of wait a little bit. Let's see if we get a little bit of sell-off. Let's see how the price action goes. I honestly prefer to wait for the first quarter of their earnings, the first earnings quarter, to buy in any IPO. That's just me. Unless you're really, really gun-ho about getting in. And if that's the case, then no one can stop you anyways. But again, I would just wait on Snowflake. Don't jump the gun on it. Just take your time. Investments shouldn't be made microwavable. It should be done prudently with good companies that you know and you understand. Snowflake, I've done my research on a little bit on it. I mean, there's so many cloud companies out there. I'd rather just own the two juggernauts, which is Amazon and Microsoft, and I'm okay with that. I'd rather not have more tech than I absolutely need to. But that's just my call. All right, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right, good morning. No any info on space. All right, looking at space here. I haven't learned an 1838. I do own the stock, but nothing on it. Nothing on it here. Tesla getting whacked today. I couldn't close. Oh, you didn't close. Okay, that's tough. It's not getting whacked. It's down about 10 bucks. Again, Tesla is a funny one, and we do love it, all of us. But again, it could definitely bounce again, break above 462, and then you could play it again. Now, if you're probably saying to yourself, well, Carlos, I want to get back in. I missed out. Well, let's go ahead and put an alert at 480. If you break above 480, then you could obviously target 525 calls for next week. Not this week, it's Wednesday. Plus the Fed, you're just adding more risk to your board. So I do think Tesla could bounce again. We're getting a slight fade in the market. That's all. Does the basic group get the same signals as the premium BAS? Yes, they do. They do get the same signals. Boss, I played FedEx with earnings. Sell at the open or wait till late in the day. I got 255 for this week. Well done on that. It did fade at the open, which sometimes it does happen with earnings. If I were you, first thing in the morning, pull the ripcord, take your money. Congratulations. Thoughts on snow? I just talked about it regarding snow. Snow is not available. I would just wait, guys. Wait. Don't feel the necessary need to jump into a new IPO. I got burned with that with Lyft. Take your time. If it was up to me and I was managing your portfolio, or if I was you today having a cup of coffee in front of you, I would say, wait till the first earnings report is out, then we could see what is going on with their books. Let's see that. That's most important to me. Again, your investment, take it easy. Your investment is not a microwave. Your investments are a crock pot. Takes a little time to cook, right? Thoughts on how Apple Bundle will affect Spot? I don't think it'll affect Spot, but I know Amazon is affecting Spot because of new um, the new podcast deal. So again, you could see a nice drop in Spotify here, but it is bouncing off my low level here of 228.75. I do like it long term. May or may not add depending on if I see here. Gabriel says, hey, Carlos, I sent you an email regarding option signals. All right, Gabriel, no problem. Customer service will handle that for you. I apologize. I do not handle all the emails. I have an assistant and I have a staff that handles emails, customer service, Instagram. I'm not in that. I don't have 8 arms. I don't have 8 hands. I can only just do me as many times. I can only do as much as I can in regards to the chats and answer as many questions as I can. Can't do it all. Hey Carl, Roku calls. Looking at Roku, yes, I talked about that with our students too. Roku, I want to take a look here and wait for 170.82. 170.82 is my alert to the upside. YouTube, please. I am on YouTube. DKNG calls 55 next week. DKNG just came up with a partnership with the New York Giants, and it is moving up pre-market slightly. I own the stock with our team. It was a more speculative play. So far, so good. We've been holding on to that thing. The 55 calls for next week. I have to look at the volume. Can't look at it right now. Netflix 515 next week. 515 next week would be very expensive. So it's right at 200 day. I kind of see what you're going with. I don't know the volume yet. I don't know the price yet. So it's kind of tough to say. But whew, I would say break 505 and maybe you could do it. Then 515 would be really expensive. You Let's see, space entry point. Space entry point right now, as you see the cross of the 100 to 250 on the hourly. Let's take a look at the daily together. Space daily. Oh, just pretty much sideways action. I'd say around $14, 14.50 seems about right for that one, for that name. You have a little bit more to go. Daniel says, you can't convince me those aren't your Warzone headphones. I can convince you because these are my Warzone headphones. These are my Turtle Beach headphones from the gamer nerd inside me. Don't worry, it doesn't help me do any better in Warzone than anything else because I'm not a good player in Warzone, by the way. They're just comfortable. Apple pretty flat yesterday from the event. Been around 10% from the highs. Getting entry point a day since when the iPhone 12 will announce. Will they move up? Alvin says about Apple. Now, again, the phones will be announced next month in October. We thought it'd be earlier, but again, did not. It is down slightly from its highs, but it's still chilling on the 50 like I talked about. Do you make money when you're in the money? Either price above the strike price or as long as it goes up closer to the strike price in the money. The main thing when it comes to options, and I say this all the time, forget the strike price. It's important, yes, but being the money does not make you money. What makes you money is demand. Demand for your options. This is why I don't trade small cap options because sometimes you know demand. This is why I don't trade penny stocks. You get no demand. I want big cap, mega cap companies with strong demand where people want to trade options in them. I don't trade the small caps. Demand is your friend. That's what you want. So I talk about volume. Baba calls. Let's take a look at it. Looking at Baba here. Baba here at 280.39. Looks like it's changing the trend above the 200 day, which is nice. But again, fading slightly with the market. So I'm watching that. 280 right now. Views on Carnival. Again, I've been saying about the cruise lines. Again, unless you're basing this that you're going to get a vaccine very, very soon, I would stay away from the cruise lines. And Square calls. We played Square yesterday. Very well done. We get out of that. But again, it looks very nice, but we need to retake those highs around 157 before doing anything. Julio has been trailing down. Do you like him long term? Twilio has been trending down, and I've heard good things about the company. I don't own it. I don't know much about them, period. I have to research a bit before I give you an educated guess. Can you share shares of an IPO on the same day? When you say sell, you mean short sell? I don't know, but buy and sell, yes. What's his business? Please tell me. This is options trading. Are puts on Facebook due to news? Good idea. It could be already priced in, and Facebook is very, very resilient. So I would not base puts just on that news. News being the Kim Kardashian thing. YouTube as in for podcast. Oh, gotcha. Zoom, very well done. Zoom calls. Let's look at Zoom. Zoom is grinding higher, but very slowly. So we got to see exactly if we do break out above right around 412. And then we could see if we can get that continuation. Tusaw, cheers. Long-term view. Amazon, love it, long-term view. Come on, love them. DKNG, breaking 50 in pre-market would have been my entry. What are your thoughts? I do own DKNG. If you are expecting NFL to grow, expecting sports betting to grow, put a small speculative position in your portfolio. If not, you're not a fan of it, skip it. Just tuned in, but did you go over NVIDIA? I did earlier. WMT, thoughts on WMT? WMT, I like long term. Anthony, my CIO, is loving Walmart long term. I do not own it. I sold my WMT position to buy some more Amazon. Well, again, not a big deal, but you can see just a slight fade here. Do need to retake that 200-day moving average of 140.56. So there we go. Let's run some games after we make money. I don't play as much, honestly, but I play a little bit here and there. I'd love to have a podcast view from G.A.R Capital about bond price, valuation, and investing. We have to look over that. After volume, what other indicators are you looking to enter a trade? Volume is my main thing. That's probably my main thing. But again, it has to link up with charts too. Apple 120 calls. I still have my 120 calls. We're right there at the 50-day moving average. All right, guys, I'm going to go and leave it there to catch up with my team. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Thank you so much for your questions, your input, as always. G.A.R Capital, FX.com is the website. Make sure to click bottom right-hand corner. The white box is to subscribe and like and turn on notifications of our videos. I know I don't have fancy graphics. I'm not one of those cool kids on Twitch and Call of Duty YouTube. I wish I had a tech guy who could do all that cool stuff for me. But it's just me talking stocks for the time being until I get some really cool graphics going. But until then, you didn't join me for graphics, you joined me for information. Thanks so much. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. Happy Fed Day. Happy trading. We'll catch you tomorrow, 9 a.m. for the morning note on a Thursday. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good one.